Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. I have one kid. Today I want to give a refresh to our homeschool card. And I want to do this because my son finished with some of the programs already. I knew that was going to happen. Some of the materials I purchased ahead of time, even though he was still working with some of the subjects, still some of the materials. And I want to give that a refresh. I did a refresh already of our homeschool card because we were working with some materials and I decided at the last minute not to work with them anymore. But I have some material that he finished already and I would like just to give a refresh, add some books that he's going to be using with his history as well his math. So you're going to be looking at that. I will be talking to you guys as well because there's going to be some changes here in our homeschool and I would like to be talking to you guys about that. And it's in regards on how I am going to schedule from now on things in our homeschool, and you will see more in detail eventually when I decide to do a planned video, a plan the week with me. But so far I would just like to start by giving this a refresh to our homeschool card. It is full right now. It has all the materials that we've been using lately, and I want to rearrange things in a way that everything will fit in here because some of the things I haven't been able to add in here, example writing, because he used a binder. So I would like to see if I can put it on the back of the card that he has everything in one place, because I noticed that every time we're jumping, first of all, we waste time. Second of all, he just gets distracted very easy. And third of all, it's a point for him to just get out of whatever he needs to do. The only way that we are not going to have something in here is obviously if we're doing car schooling, because I work outside. So that's something that I would like to talk to you guys in a second. But I work outside and it makes things a little bit complicated when it comes to the subjects, the core subjects that we have to do. We are doing quite a lot, or we were doing quite a lot, because we were doing all about reading, which takes a lot of time. He's done with all about reading, guys. So that is one of the changes that you're going to be seeing, is that he's done with all about reading. So I will have to rearrange our homeschool card and see how I can try, since that was taking a good amount in here in our homeschool card, the materials, how that will alleviate the space that I have in our homeschool card and being able to fit everything in here. Besides what we do for morning basket, I show you guys that already. I will have a link somewhere around in here if you guys are interested, as well in the description box for you guys. So let me just start with these homeschool cards. So let me just put these in a way that you guys are able to see. Okay, so here is our homeschool card. I have in here all about reading. You can see all about reading. I have BJU. If you notice, all of the materials from BJU are not in here because this top part is for my kid, and the second part of this homeschool card is my teacher guides and books. So I would like just to rearrange this area, and obviously I will have to rearrange the area where I have my teacher guides, because some of them we're no longer going to be using them because we finished with those programs already. So the first one that I would like to detach or take away from our homeschool card will be all about reading, because he finished already. So this was taking a good amount in our homeschool card, if you notice right there. And I would like to take all these from here. Another program that he finished as well is traditional spelling. This is the level 2. So I would like to take these from here. He finished the entire book from traditional spelling. The only materials that we are using from traditional spelling is these books, which is the practice sheet book and the workbook, which I have somewhere around in here, is the worksheets book, because I am using this to give a refresh before we start the new material from traditional spelling. So what I do is I have him bending this page, the page that he's going to be doing, and he folds it so he don't see this side of the page. See if you guys can see that. Sorry about the light, it's a little bit late, but he doesn't see this side of the page, and when he gets the dictation, he will just have this side blank. So example with lesson 4 that he hasn't done this dictation for review yet. What I do is that I just grab the page, fold it so he doesn't see the other side that he has done already. So somewhere around like that. And he just sees the size that he needs to see for the dictation, so he has this side blank. So he won't see the words and he can do his dictation. Obviously, when he's doing this, he's with me because I don't want him to, I want to make sure that he's not looking at the other side. I want to make sure that he really knows those words before we moved towards the next level. If I see that he doesn't know a word, he doesn't know how to spell that word correctly yet, what I do is I write it on with the red pen here on the side, and those words I am going to be creating another paper where we are going to review those words that he hasn't mastered yet when it comes to spelling. And that is the reason why I still keep this book in here. Besides that, the rest from traditional spelling I will be taking off. Example with this one, which is the book that you guys are not seeing in here, that I will put eventually, is the traditional spelling number 2, the supplemental workbook key. So he will have this book, his book, in here as well. And these are the only 2 that I am going to be keeping in here, because he is still doing the second part of the lesson. So each lesson has 2 pages to do. I always have him selecting one because I knew that at the end I wanted to use the second page as review for as a master review for all the lessons that he has learned. So in that way, I make sure that prior he moves to the next level, he knows already what he needs to do, the words that he's been learning very well. So that is the reason why I still keeping these books in here. So that is my teacher answer key for those 2 books. So they will stay in there. These are the list for Matthew C. Gamma. And in here is the ones that we're going to be using for, and that we are using for Apologia's math. So I would like to take the one from Matthew C, even though we're going to keep using Matthew C, but we are going to be on the level of Delta. The lessons that he has from Gamma are very minimal, so he's pretty much done with Matthew C Gamma. He has just a few more lessons, and that is the reason why I will keep this in here. But besides that, I would like to just move this and see how I can accommodate things better. So the rest in here, he's still working with the history, and he's still working with financial literacy, as well with his book for vacation stations, which this is from BJU. I use it every time we have an appointment and we cannot go through our core subjects. He knows that he has to be working with this book. And when it comes to the Apologia Science, it just stays in here. He's doing some art. He's not working with these books as of right now, so I would like to keep these away from this card, and maybe eventually he will be able to work with these books. Let's just have some pictures and something for him to draw. So I might use this one and just take this one away. So I would like to leave that one. So I would just like to show you guys how I am going to be organizing. So I will no longer be talking, and then I will see you a little bit later, and I would just like to give you a quick chit chat of how I am going to be handling things from now on when it comes to the card and the things that we're going to be doing. Okay, so here we have how I organize the card. So I have from in here BJU Press. I have reading pathways, and that's what we're going to be using for reading from now on. Here I have the remaining of the spelling books that I will use prior we start with level 3, which is already in here because he's going to start very soon. He has his grammar, which is fixed grammar. He's doing Mowgli the Cheer Can. It's going very well. He has as well the remaining of his gamma. He has just a few more lessons to finish and he will start Delta. He will be doing as well Apologia's math. So that is something that I just add in here. He will continue with financial literacy. And for history, he is going to have the new reader that we're going to be starting, the new read aloud. And in here we have the program for history, which is learning American history through literature. I have as well the Native Americans history pocket books from Yvonne Moore. We're going to continue using that because, well, we are using it for our history. I have the maps in there and as well the stickers of a little map that we have here for the states. I have this book that we're going to use very soon. I wanted to have the dictionaries in here, but I think it's not going to be possible at some point. I don't know if I will have to change the card because we have so much material, or eventually once we finish with the remaining of the gamma I will be able to accommodate some of the books that we haven't accommodated yet in here. And I have as well science and Spanish and that appointment book here at the end with this drawing book. Now on the back I have writing, which is a structure and style for students. And very soon he's going to be finishing with this as well because this is from the previous year, and as well because we have already BJU English waiting for us. But before we do BJU English, we have a frog prints that's from Fixed Grammar that we have waiting for us. So some of the changes that you're going to be seeing is just that once we finish writing from structure and style, we're going to have to get a new writing program. Either is that, or we're going to have to start the BJU alongside with the fixed grammar. So I am thinking I might just use a writing program that I have already in here, and you guys saw it previously, which is from Writing with Ease, just to, you know, balance things out while he's doing the fixed grammar frog prints. If not, then we are going to be using the BJU English. So that is my thought process right now. I am not sure. The Wild Robot Escapes is our new read aloud. We finished The Wild Robot Protects not too long ago, and he's using his Dead Sea Squirrel. He finished with the limoncello. Finally, I am going to have a video where I am going to just review some of the books that we have read already as a read aloud and as an independent reader. So that is coming. So now what I am going to do is that I am going to just start taking here care of my side of the card, and I will add this in here because pretty much this side is just language in here, if you can see. But I am going to start just working with my side, which is this second tier of the our homeschool card. Okay, you guys, so this is how it's looking. I add those labels in there, and I took this one, so I think that just looks a little bit better. I am not worried about later on having to change those labels because these magazine holders have seen better days, and I think I would like to change them already. But so far it's working, so I will just keep them just right where they are at. In here, I add the dictionaries because I couldn't fit them on the top. I have the writing program there for my kid, so I think it's going to be better if I just leave it right there. And my teacher guides in this side. The bottom side of the card pretty much is to the same, besides I add those blocks that you can see at the end. But everything else is in there, some games, and as well our Uno cards and therapeutic. And I think that will be just fine. It's just a little bit dusty here. But so far, everything is just refreshed and it looks better and it's better organized. And it's just half the materials that we're going to be using from now on. So that is very important. And that I was being able to accommodate better the materials, that's the programs that we're going to be using. I like to keep the CDs in here that we're using for the different subjects that required for him to use the DVD, because it's easy for him to find it in there. It might look a little bit uncomfortable, but at the same time it's easy for him to find everything that he needs. So I have a Spanish, science, history, math, our 2 programs for math, grammar, which is fixed grammar, our spelling, and I have as well our reading programs that we're going to be using. So the only thing that you're not seeing in here is my planner and his planner, and I will talk about that a little bit later. There's going to be more changes. We are going to be changing pretty much the writing at some point, not because it's not working for us, but because of the type of job that I am doing. It makes it a little bit complicated, and I will explain that in a later video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you have a question, don't forget to leave them down below, and I will be able to answer those questions for you guys. Anything that you would like to know, any links, I will be able to provide them there in the description box for you guys, and any material that I think you might want to know, I will be adding them on the description box for you. So I will see them. Bye bye.